I'm more confident now than I ever was in my 20s. And it feels so strange to admit that on a stationary brand YouTube channel, but here we are. And it honestly took me longer to realize that it wasn't even the confidence that changed. I realized that in my 20s, it looked like I had everything together. My grades were good, I passed the bar exam, I was getting the jobs. So from the outside, it would read like competence. From the inside, it was closer to survival, just trying to figure it out. What was I doing? Imposter syndrome, so many things. All wrapped up in a smile and very good handwriting. I didn't know yet, honestly, the difference between looking like I'm doing fine and actually doing okay. So I just fell back into the one that I knew everyone can see from the outside and left it at that. And thinking about it, it's because that one actually came with feedback and congratulations. I didn't have to do it myself. There's a specific year I hadn't talked about much, and I'm only recently getting more comfortable with it. I lost so many people at one time within weeks of each other, all within having an emergency surgery for me where we didn't even know what was going to happen. And somewhere it had gotten so bad that I was getting panic attacks every time my phone would ring, where I was getting lightheaded and dizzy, all because I thought it would be more bad news. And I just was not prepared for it at that time. And I'm realizing, and the reason I'm being so specific about what I went through and how I felt is because in my 20s, being vague was my thing, because I didn't want people to actually know I was having a hard time or actually know the troubles I was dealing with. And I learned that's not helpful. There are people that can either relate or have been through something similar, and it helps people feel seen. I felt more seen when I started to tell people my story and realize I'm not alone. So I'm very specific now, and I want to be clear and more open about what happened and what really changed my perspective across the board. So being vague is no longer my personality. I want to be more open about what's going on. And it wasn't the confidence that I had that changed. It was the act of me needing to perform so that everyone else thought that everything I had was fine. That didn't need to happen anymore. I started building boundaries and enforcing them. My circle got much smaller on purpose. Those amazing people have probably seen me cry at some point, seen me have rough times, but also seen me have excellent wins and celebrations. I keep a circle around me of those that not only help me feel safe, but also make me want to be better and do better. I don't have to be someone else around them, or I don't have to impress who I am. Who I am's enough. And I didn't just have to show them my highlight reel of all the good things. We went through everything. And in all of that, I've learned it wasn't the confidence that built such a tight circle and helped me get through everything. And so my confidence isn't the way that I guess you see it a lot outside. It was a confidence that I was able to survive something, which gave me proof that I could get through things that I absolutely thought I would never be able to. And all of this really did shift into what I'm building with the Open Day Collective. And if I'm being honest, the Open Day Collective isn't to help you show that you have it all together. It's about designing your days on purpose, even when you're having to carry really hard things or just anything in life. And I'll be very clear, there are still days where the need to perform absolutely shows up. It's usually when I get nervous or right before a big event. And then I usually have to remind myself and talk myself down going, you don't need to be a golden retriever. It's okay. I can show up as myself and I can do this. I'm either qualified and confident and capable. I used to never give myself credit for that. And that's why I was consistently trying to perform on what I thought everyone else wanted to see. But now I'm much more confident showing up as myself. I just need to remind myself every few times. So I've learned the confidence isn't having it all together. It's proof that you can get through things while not having it all together. And that's what I would tell myself a few years ago if I was capable of listening to anybody back then. But being able to look back now and see what I went through and what I survived, it has built a confidence that no pretending could have ever shown. So if you want to go deeper in this, I did just publish a blog on the website at opendaycollective.com, And I'm going to go more into it during my newsletter this week that comes out every Sunday. And also, if you do want to start thinking through how to build your days with carrying everything by giving yourself those little intentional moments on what you want to protect on purpose, the workbook's in the shop. I've used it to help create a vision and help be honest with myself on what's chosen by me and what's delegated by everybody else. Because again, I still do fall for the trap sometimes of wanting to perform so that others think everything's fine instead of being okay with me and showing myself that I am fine and this is working. So the workbook may not help fix your entire nervous system, but it will help you from doom scrolling for a little bit at least. I'll see you on the next episode.